Welcome to today's show. I'm so glad that you joined us today. We're going to talk about some big ideas and big dreams and try to answer some big questions in our short episode today. The topic is, what do I want to do when I grow up? Now, there's lots of different angles. People ask themselves, is this the right career for me? Am I in the right path? Should I go back to school and get more education? And a lot of people come to me and say, Courtney, I want to be like you. I want to be self-employed. I want to own my own business. I want to be the master of my own destiny. So let's talk for a little bit. Join me. This is a really, really exciting area for me. As you know, one of the things that I do professionally is I do teach. I'm a professor in the graduate school at the University of Maryland, University College, and I teach MBA students, and I constantly have students ask me, many of them very, very successful individuals already accomplished in their career, many of them mid-career or even retiring from an earlier career and looking at what they're going to do with the rest of their lives. And I always think, gee, how do you answer, what do I want to do when I grow up? And I think it's the wrong question. The conclusion that I've come to is that we're boxing ourselves in. One, we're limiting our choices. What do I want to do when I grow up? Two, we're acting as if there should be some sort of definitive answer. Now, I, like everybody else, has watched and read about people who you see interviewed and they're extremely successful, like they're an Olympic athlete. And they'll say in the interview, I knew when I was 3 years old, this is what I wanted to do. And I got up every day at 3 a.m. and I coached and was trained and I was disciplined and I practiced and whew, I'm still doing it. And that's how I became an elite champion. Now, clearly that does happen for a small majority of people. I know it's probably difficult for many of you to tell, but I am not an Olympic athlete. In fact, I wasn't even successful enough to be able to stay on the track team in high school. In fact, I was booted off the track team in high school. And I believe it may have something to do with the fact that I'm slow and uncoordinated and unable to run fast or jump far. So we're not all born with these natural talents and gifts and able to develop those and go in one linear path. That leaves a lot of us left asking, what am I going to do? And I think the subtext of that is, who am I? And I think the fear in that question is, who should I be? And for some people, the underlying issue is, who do other people want me to be? I think the question that we should ask ourselves in this current global economy, with all these technology inventions and the changes that are coming along, I think we should ask ourselves a different question. And that question is, how do I want to work? So it's not what do I want to do, or who do I want to be, or what should I be, but the question is, how do I want to work? One of the things that I had the pleasure of experiencing is I had a lot of different jobs when I was a teenager and working my way through college. So I have had the pleasure and the privilege of working. I believe my very first job, I made $3.85 an hour. Oh, I'll never forget those big paychecks. Sometimes they'd be 30, 40 bucks. Woo! I would spend it all so quickly. I've worked a lot of minimum wage jobs. And the thing that I learned while I was working those jobs was, one, I probably wanted to do something different than work fast food. Two, even if I had stayed in fast food and had the opportunity and the privilege to become a manager, I learned that I like to work for myself. And I started to understand that the question shouldn't be, what do I want to be when I grow up? Because a lot of us, myself included, I still don't know. I still don't know. I do lots of different things that I enjoy. I enjoy being an attorney. I enjoy going to court. I was in court yesterday. I'll be in court tomorrow. I love it. I enjoy being a professor. I think it's fun. I love to teach and learn. And I love Love the opportunity to practice as a consultant and provide keynote speeches, and also to be an analyst on television. It's fun. I like all these different things.